So good evening, active traders. I'm Ken Calhoun from TradeMastery. Welcome to tonight's very special event. We're going to be looking at what I call a golden ticket access pass. But first, I want to cover some great charts for you. This is a special limited offer I'm doing for the first time in the history of the company, where you can get access to all four of my day and swing trading resources for just it was $97, non-recurring, one-time fee. 30-day access pass. And I know it's going to be a sellout, so more on that in a bit. As always, all information's for educational use only. And just a quick, hey, why listen to me? I'm a trading maniac. I trade all the time because I'm constantly testing what works for my own personal financial benefit and for that of all of you, my traders. I'm constantly testing. I alone in the trading education industry, with proof, did 4,882 trades this year alone, year to date. And I spent 18 grand on commissions in the last 4 or 5 months. Now, who else goes through that much work and cares enough about their traders to, take all that time and effort to test? I'm constantly testing out what works. So, who else in the industry? Nobody. Learn from people who are real traders. It counts. Anyway, let's do a quick survey, an audience involvement. And thanks, Paul, for the tip on this. How many of you are day traders? How many of you are swing traders? And how many of you are both? Oh, big turnout tonight. So that's refreshing to see. And true, Guillermo, you're right. A lot of days, some swing, some both. Looks like we're dominant day traders, actually, like 70% day trades, just scanning through all the charts here. That's good, Guillermo. Appreciate that, man. Okay, so we'll briefly start with swing trades, then I'll pull up the day trading charts. Now, the S&P has been relatively flat, right? It's been doji city, undecided, indeterminate, doji. And for more on candles, learn from Steve Nissen exclusively, because what he teaches works. Anyway, it's underwater. It's under the 50 SMA, so it's bearish, undecided. So we're in a bearish, undecided market. That's critical intel. From that, all trading decisions flow, right? So share size, scaling, timing, trade management decisions, all starts with the market. We're in a kind of a bearish, indecisive market. So you have to be especially keen on trading the strongest charts that actually make sense, right? That have the strongest volatile breakout patterns. So for example, ENPH, AXSM, Aries, Legg Mason. Those are all ones I mentioned last Saturday for the general public based on my earlier swing scans and small cap scans alerts, right? Pilgrim's Pride is pulling back, so I wouldn't stay long that. And today, the pot stocks did really good. Anyways, one of the things that you want to look for is directional volatility. Now, if your experience is anything like that of so many thousands of traders I've helped over the years, you just don't have time to do a lot of manual scanning. And if you've ever been disappointed by some black box scanning indicator crap that you bought, or some robot that's better off in a junkyard, right? Then you know the frustration. Finding what's worth trading in the first place is half the battle. You need to be able to identify charts that have great directional volatility and are more likely than not to do well for you. Strategically, that's very valuable. You need to understand directional moves and price action trading. As an industry expert in all that, that's something I like to specialize in our services that I offer. Now we're going to take a look at our day trading charts in just a minute. But let me give you a sneak peek, an insider's look. You're going to like this. This is what our swing scans members area looks like. And if I scroll down here, it's got this week's watch list. And see how well those do this week. BX was especially good this week. And last week's watch list. I told traders we're going to go long back on 5/11, the 2 days before that Monday, in AXSM at 22.50. And currently it's up to 25. So it's off to the races we go. And not only that, but the alerts, this is a service that I offer every single week for those of you who are new. I do live webinars every Saturday after the free Trading Week Ahead ones with the better top shelf, the premium charts that I've identified for everybody. And in case you can't make it live, I've got the replay streaming and downloadable videos for you. So that's something that I include in the swing scan service for everybody. So what's cool is you get my top picks. We're going to look at day trading charts in just a second, I promise, but you get just to familiarize you with what our members area for swing scans looks like. Slowly scrolling up here, because I've been told I tend to move too fast, so I'll take it easy. But that's what the swing scans member area looks like. Here's the small cap scans member area, and again, it's got 7 different picks, and it's got a downloadable video and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that is waiting for you. You can order at TradeMastery.com, buy golden ticket, and I'm not going to go through all the details here, but for just $97 you get access, non-recurring, for a whole month of not only swing scans and breakout mastery, but my live trading room. So speaking of, let's take a look at some day trading charts today. Enough of all the good stuff for traders. Let's take a look at the charts. I live for my charts. I trade every single day of the week. So 4,800 trades I did, real money trades this year alone, which is a lot. Even more because that was as of last week. I'm constantly testing with different trade setups for everybody. Was anyone else trading? I was trading Canopy Growth and Chronos today, CGC and Cron. I missed Tilray, and that was a nice runner too, TLRY. But if you look at our pot stocks, our cannabis stocks, they're especially good today. InBev was also good for a cheapie, right? Now, while the amateur day traders are trading crap like Oblin, which is a pretty horrible chart, I was off and my traders were off looking at CGC, which is a much superior chart. Or for those who like cheaper charts, Chronos, also a really good play for us. Now, one thing that I think is really helpful to traders is not just to talk about charts in general terms, but where the rubber hits the road is specifics. And one of the reasons why my live room has been around since the year 2000, I'm going on my 20th year of running a live trading room. The reason why thousands, if not tens of thousands, I don't know how many off the top of my head, but at least thousands of traders have trusted me in the live trading room experience this last 20 years, because I know what the heck I'm talking about, right? I'm the original day trading university. Anyway, this is CRON. QD was up earlier in the day, right? For a cheap stock, that one did a nice little pop and drop. Tilray, though, was spectacular. Look at that. Now, while the amateurs, the kids are off, the 30-something-year-old know-nothings are off trying to scalp nickels and dimes out of crap stocks like OBLN, professional traders like myself, I was trading CGC, profited with it, and Chronos on the upside, right? And those are nice big breakouts. While the street was talking about Target, I don't know about y'all, but I think that's a pretty horrible chart for day trading. There's not enough point range or volatility to profit from, right? That's why I trade things like this, where there is lots of room to run. It's cheaper. It's got a bigger range. The volume and volatility is great. And it makes for spectacular breakouts. How many of you are trading? I'm just curious. Be honest. Please tell me. How many of you are trading CGC or Cron or Tilray? How many of you are trading the cannabis CBD sector today, like I was, and our live room members were? Guillermo, do I trade post-market? Only if I'm late. If I'm scrambling to get out of something, like often I'll trade TVIX into the close, and if I'm trading right up until the minute, sure, I'll close. I go to cash all the time at the end of the day, so I'm okay with selling at like 405 kind of thing, but that's rare. I'm more likely to trade pre-market on a gap, but most likely I trade between around 9:30 and 10. Wow, a lot of answers. Thanks. But I don't see anybody. I do not. Let's see. No, I don't see anyone saying they were trading this. Looks great. Thanks. You know, these are the kind of charts that you want to make. What you got to do as a trader, I'll tell you, you've got to isolate the strongest sector. Now, I knew that this was these are the alerts that my members got before the market opened. Okay, this was posted with the exception of Tilray, but the rest of these are all posted pre-market, right? So back at 9:05 or no, it was at 9 o'clock when I opened the room. Even a few minutes earlier, I was told everyone Canopy would be a good play over 45.8. So what you're looking at is the alerts table that's exclusive to Trading the Open. And why this separates me from all the other people that run live rooms is I'm the only person that does that. I go out on a limb and you see the win rate of my alerts. It's spectacular. That's why I've been around 20 years. I post the alerts before the market opens. So that way traders can put together their trading plan for the day. Using a demo account is what I ask or require, just for compliance reasons. And it stays safe and focus on learning instead of worrying, right? Learning or worrying. You don't want to worry. You want to learn first, at least. So anyway, I post the alerts before the bell. And if anyone took the 45.8, they did nicely. Ran up a whole point. Even 46.6. I got everyone out at 46.7, 46.8 as we were following out. I was using tape reading in the room for everybody to manage our exits. And we use time and sales every single day in most of the triggers. CRON was also a winning play. I called it long at 16.20, ran on up a bit, and many others, right? TQQQ I'd called long from 56.80 and it ran up to 57.80. But the main thing you want to focus on as a trader is clean charts. Now look at this guy, VLRX. Now though this one is a big pop and drop, this is what you call a gap and the mother of all sell-offs. A gap and crap, right? Or gap and trap. This gapped up and went boom. Dead cat bounce. Another dead cat bounce. I got stopped out in that one. Pissed me the F off. But I didn't take a big stop. I was in at like 320. Got stopped out, or 330 I think, and stopped 330 something and got stopped out at 320. So something like that. It was a little itty bitty 20-cent stop. That was, at the time, that looked like a good bounce, right? Just think back if you could wind back the hours of time and go back in time a little bit. If you had seen that chart, that looked like a good bounce. If you do trade bounce charts, that's the right place to buy them. And I still think it was a good trade decision. It was a smart trade decision. I took a little 20-cent stop loss too because it kept going down. Downtown, Charlie Brown. But this guy started off the day at 5. It fell. They shut the front door out of bed. Got cut, not in half, but by a couple of points from 520 to 320. A little bounce there. I think I even saw a 10-minute hammer. Nope. I want to say 15-minute. Nope. There was one right here. So we're getting some lower shadows, but they were red. So we weren't seeing any green hammers. So that's why I didn't do a large share size. I think it was like 50 or 70 shares. But anyway, if you do play bounces, you might want to pay attention to ones like this. But I'm a specialist in breakouts because I like to buy high and sell higher. Canopy growth, I told everyone this was the best. And by the way, this is the best chart pattern in the world. You have my word on it. I've traded millions of dollars worth of stocks. I know this stuff. A nice 45-degree angle previous day and a nice small gap up in the current pre-market, and you buy above. You don't buy that because again that dipped a little. You buy above, and my long trigger on this guy today for my day traders is 45.8. So 1 point, and I got everyone. The real thing, the neat thing is I tell people good exit. Like I said, sell half now, trail a stop at whatever 46.8 on the rest, and got them out in the nick of time before it started to drop. And those are the kind of things that you want to look for as a trader, are sensible, clear directions, good charts that actually have directional volatility. And when you get burned trying to trade cheap stocks like some of the kids do, let's try 10,000 shares. Oop, I got stopped out. Okay, I'll try again. I make some money. I'll buy again. Oh, I get stopped out again. Yeah, don't be that trader. Up and down cheap ass stock, pardon my French, up and down inexpensive priced equities are usually for morons. Okay, professional traders like things that actually have some juice and some volatility to them. So CGC and Tilray were good. Hey, let me know if any questions, because I'm here to help. I'm not going to stay around too much longer because I'm a busy guy and you're busy. but just to give a quick commercial message here, one thing that you may want to consider is my TradeMastery golden ticket. It's kind of an access pass to all 4 of my services. And what's neat about it, the link is trademastery.com/buy-golden-ticket. And it's only $97, and it's not recurring, which is something I know a lot of people have asked for too. It's a good way for those of you who are new to working with me. You get over, 5, 10, 15, 25, over 25 hours of webinar time with me for only $97. 25 hours with me, one of the top industry experts. 25 hours of, if not 30 hours, something like that, well over 25 hours of training with me for only $97. And it's a one-time, non-recurring access fee. Now I'm holding this open for a week or so, from a week till next Friday. So, and I've got some information. I put a lot of work into this. Normally each of these things is about $97 a month. Breakout Mastery is $67 a month. So whatever the value is, $358. If you're to do each of these for 1 month retail, it would be $358. But for you, I've got such a deal. It's only $97 frickin' dollars. So for 30 hours with me for $97, yes, you should jump on it. You have my word, that's a great deal. It is, right? Here's me winning the world's top trading industry award, boom, for the best articles in the whole trading industry. Thanks to all of you who voted for me. I'm number 1 and number 2 this year. Tax return proof. I actually really trade, like a boatload. I'll be polite. And lots of testimonials. So anyway, and unlike a regular golden ticket, you don't have to go buy a bunch of chocolate bars or whatever. But you still get access to the factory for only $97. So, and no fizzy lifting drink or whatever. And I love the original Willy Wonka. So I'm with the original. Just like I like the original Wild Wild West. The movie, bleh. The original with Robert Conrad, that's a Western to talk about. Bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum. I love the Wild Wild West. That was a great TV series. That and I Dream of Jeannie, my 2 favorite TV series. And Goldfinger is my favorite movie from the 60s with Sean Connery. Anyway, I digress. Getting nostalgic here because I like classic movies and TV. Anyway, especially Westerns. I'm a big Western fan. Anyway, golden ticket access, just $97 for all 4 for a month. And what you do, the question from Charles, how does it work after I place my order? I'm glad you asked. Okay, I put together a little blurb on that. How it works after you order. Once your order is approved, just register at the free trademastery.com/join. If you're not already one of the many hundreds of people who are already in there, if you're in there, then fine. You don't have to do anything. I will just give me 12 to 24 hours to turn on your access to all 4 member areas. I will also set up your GoToWebinar access within 24 hours, and you'll get the direct, there'll be 3 of them. You'll get a GoToWebinar for Breakout Mastery. The next one is coming up next May 29th, so that's a week from tonight. Breakout Mastery. You'll get access to the swing scans for a month, Trading Open for a month, and small cap scans for a month. So that's the best deal I've offered in quite a long time. You're getting over 30 hours of training with me, live interactive training with real-time market training, okay? And no BS. There's no continuity or add-ons or upsells and if you want to get the VIP Platinum, none of that crap, okay? I'm an honest guy. That's why I got so many thousands of members. So anyway, I think that's about it. Credentials up the yin yang and a rockstar offer on my 4 alert services, obligatory countdown timer, and a deadline in red text. Hey, he's got it all. I am TradeMastery. I am Ken Calhoun. Anyway, let me know if any questions on that. And again, the link to get there is trademastery.com/buy-golden-ticket. If all works well, later tonight or tomorrow morning or sometime in the near future, I'll change the regular golden ticket link instead of being a webinar link in case there's some last minute people who are procrastinating and registering right this minute. I'll change this page to that link as well. It should be on both locations. So that's it. Ask me some questions. Hit me with your best shot, right? I'm a real trader. I'm kind of like that, the big brother or the uncle or whatever, the friend, the colleague, the guy who hustles and works his ass off making real trades. 4,800 trades I did. And this is proof from my Fidelity account. I trade so much they dropped my commission to $2.95. Yay! Finally, I did negotiate down to $3.95. The retail's $4.95. A few months ago, I got it down to $3.95, and this past week it's down to $2.95 because they want to keep me around because I trade so much, right? I would too. I gave them 18 grand this year already. So anyway, as an active trader, you want to be able to learn from somebody who actually tests. I've got a passion for success and helping people become successful. That's my value add to the industry. But the way I get there, the leverage, the mechanics of it, is I actually do thousands of real trades, constantly testing. So you don't have to, right? You know, you can outsource, kind of like when I learned from a subject matter expert, I always find the best I can find. And so I never regret buying from them, even though oftentimes, you know, when I pay for consulting services, on the low end, it's maybe 100 or 200 bucks an hour, on up to 500 an hour to pay for the best in the world of something. Money I happily pay because it's a lifetime of experience that I'm benefiting from that subject matter expert for a fraction of the cost of time and cost it would take me to learn myself. So that's my value add to you. You know, I do all this testing. No one else in the industry shows numbers like this, right? Nobody in the industry that I've seen can prove that they did over 4,000 trades this year. I do. And I learn. I take lots of stop losses. I get lots of wins. The difference between the two is what I bring to you. Kind of like a cave of wonders, right? But instead of Ali, I want to watch that new movie with Will Smith. It looks pretty good, the new Aladdin remake. But the point is, instead of a cave of wonders, I just give you the truth, right? I don't promise any big profits. I don't claim to be making $5,000 a day trading cheap stocks because nobody who claims to do that is actually doing that. They're both going long in one account and then a confederate goes short in another account, but they don't tell the public that. All kinds of shenanigans. They front run a lot of BS out there in the day trading education industry from the young under 40 guys who are claiming to be experts. They're not. I am. Some of my longtime competitors are the other people who've been around since the year 2000 or 1999. But learn, live, hopefully profit, and make a difference for yourself and people you care about. See, why do I use Fidelity instead of IB? Because I'm trying to trade up my SEP IRA, so that's why. It's my retirement account, so I'm trying to grow that guy. So, but yeah, I will be going back to IB. I do. Recently, I'm doing a little complicated. I'm doing both live real trades in my Fidelity account as well as, say, 1,000 share trades that I'm doing a lot more testing in the Interactive Brokers demo account. So I'm doing both live and demo account trading, kind of a hybrid. Small size, under 300 shares per trade for my Fidelity account. And standard 1,000 share lots in the IB account, so the demo account. So I do both. So I'm constantly on the move testing. So we've got a few minutes left. I want to thank all of you for being here. You know, it means a lot to me. There's so much to learn in the market, right? It's a never-ending journey. Like being a jazz musician, which I am. It's there's no end. You'll never get to like I've made it. It's always just a matter of progressively getting better. One level at a time. You're trying to level up your trading success by adding skills and learning from genuine experts who know what they're talking about. But ultimately, it's a matter of you personally, just from a coaching standpoint. Just you and me, just us traders, right? It's a matter of personally developing a plan that, you know, makes more money for you than you pay in stop losses and develop some level of consistency. If you want to develop consistency as a trader, that all comes as a result of risk management combined with the best chart patterns combined with good timing skills. Those are my trifecta that I cover. Is risk management is always number one head of the list. Number two is the chart patterns. Number 3 is timing, and we use the tape for tape reading, which I'm the industry expert at for time and sales, breakouts and stalls and pivots and the rest of it to make things work for you. So I hope that helps. Anyway, you get that golden ticket thing. It's only 97 bucks. It's such a deal, right? And it's you get all 4 of my alert services, including over 30 hours of live interactive webinars with me where you feel free to ask me questions. So that's almost a fourth of what the retail is. So it's like 30%, 25-30% of retail price. So like 70% off. So it's a really good deal. And also gives you a good chance to sample some of the different, all the different alert services I have. So let's see, any other questions? Hey Zsov, how can I predict the gap that happened? How can we predict a gap like this? Is it possible? Well, yeah, man, because look, the thing is you got to set up your charts to show pre-market. So it did gap up pre-market before the opening bell. See, 9:30 is like right here. I got my charts to, I'm an early bird. I get up at 3 or 4 in the morning here in Colorado because I work my ass off for traders. I literally work my ass off. I work, well, maybe not literally, but I work extremely hard. That's why I'm a leader in the industry. But anyway, good point. You got to set up your charts to show, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Chart properties. What a badass cursor. Anyway, 7 a.m. So I set the 7 a.m. East Coast time. So I set up my charts to spot those pre-market. I can see visually pre-market gaps. And that's why this was number 1 on my list today, was because it had the best profile. And sure enough, it didn't disappoint. It even beat the average true range from the previous day, right? It did an ATR and a mean reversion pullback here and then a bounce into the close. But a really spectacular chart. So the thing is, set up your charts to identify. Then, of course, I've got my own proprietary watch list that I scan through visually each day for my traders before the bell. So that's another benefit that you get as a member of Trading the Open. So I visually go through all those charts at least an hour before I start the chat room so I can see what's gapping pre-market. And the best of those make it to the alerts table for my traders. This is a very special feature, by the way. It separates out me from anyone else in the industry. Nobody else in the industry is this good where they can put in winning alerts beforehand. I used to charge and get $495 a month, and it was worth it to so many traders. $495 per month, and that was on a 3-day week, on my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which is how I normally ran the room for the better part of 20 years. But lately I've expanded it to all 5 days, even though Fridays generally bite the big one and Mondays aren't closed behind. But midweek opens like today are spectacular if you're on the right side of the right charts. And that's what my members get. But who else in the world is good enough where they can identify long triggers before the open that work out for the most part, right? That's what sets me apart from the rest of the world, is the success rate of my alerts and the quality and in-depth precision and accuracy of my training. I'm world class at this. I can actually say that because, actually, I don't say that. The industry voted me number 1. So I appreciate it. And I hope that you'll become one of my members and stop the madness of these foolish young guys who are saying, yeah, let's trade 5,000 shares of this guy. Let's get a nickel out of it, or a dime even if we're lucky. That's for morons. You have my word on it. I'm the industry's top expert, or one of the very top experts in intraday trading. I know my stuff. It's what I specialize in. That's why I was trading CGC and profited today. I was trading Kronos. I missed Tilray though. And the reason I didn't put it on the radar today was because the previous day's pattern was crap, right? It was a sideways do nothing pattern. It just ran up out of the gate, and by the time I saw it, it already ran quite a bit. But we're still on top of the other 2 pot stocks that are worth trading, like CGC and Kronos. So I'm not 100%, but I try and get pretty close. Let's see, a question. Why did I expand to 5 days? Mostly just because of competitive pressure. It's like the industry standard was 5 days. Just like back when I used to be a quality engineer and statistician for the Ford Motor Company. True, in Dearborn, Michigan. Anti-lock brakes were kind of an optional feature back in the day, but now they're expected, right? So I was running the room 3 days, but everyone else ran at 5 days, and people are wondering, why is he only running at 3 days? It's because that's where the trading odds are the best, you people, but people still demand 5 days, so That's why I run it 5 days. I'd rather not, though. I'd rather just run it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Those are usually the hottest days of the week to trade. Like a bell-shaped curve. Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, those are usually the best days. Friday generally sucks, and Monday's only slightly less sucky. So focus on midweek opens. That's the right way to day trade. Let's see other questions. Hey, Guillermo. Yeah, see the questions. Glad to hear you're going to run it. Let's see. Question about an LLC. Sorry, I can't answer all those kind of questions. That's beyond the scope of tonight's presentation. But if you're going to look at let's see, for trader taxes, Bob Green is your go-to guy. He's the #1 expert. I've hired him myself. I hired him back when the IRS was changing the wash sale regulations, and I had so many trades that year in my Interactive Brokers account. I hired his team, and they did a great job to make it all, reported correctly and all that good stuff. So anyway, I guess that's about it. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. We are about out of time. Do consider ordering your, what I thought would be a clever play on a classic golden ticket access. It's at trademastery.com/golden ticket. And I take both PayPal. For some reason, some people don't like PayPal, but for those of you who are fellow eBay buyers, I buy a lot of mostly vintage saxophones and old antique stuff and coins. I buy rare coins on eBay a lot of gold and silver coins and vintage silver saxophones from the turn of the century. We all use PayPal on eBay, but some people don't like PayPal, so I've got the regular Visa MasterCard link set up here for you guys as well. So whatever your preference is, I went through the time and trouble to set up both kind of links for you. Do join it. It's only $97, and you have my word. This is so cheap compared to what I used to charge and get from so many thousands of traders. But because as my company continues to grow and we continue to expand our presence strategically throughout both America and internationally, with over 32 countries now represented, I can bring my pricing down and I make it up on volume, right? And more importantly, I earn your trust. So if I can earn your trust for a pittance, for a very small amount, the more the better, right? So anyway, it's a one-time $97, which isn't much, right? For 30 hours of training with me, it should be closer to the $5.95 or $4.95 rate, but I'll make it up on volume, right? See, look, I got over 2,000 traders visited this site in the last week alone. So hey, if I get a few hundred people, it's worth my time. And it's certainly worth your time and a modest investment as well. So do consider it. I'm honest. I'm hardworking. I'm not right all the time. I screw up every day just like you guys do, right? I make mistakes, but I make fewer of them, hopefully, because I've got so much experience under the belt to help share with you guys. So anyway, digital operators are standing by. I am TradeMastery. It'll be interesting when I sell the company at some point. That's one reason, too. I've been working so hard round the clock, hiring web designers and hiring other content specialists to not only expand our reach on social. I'm going to crush it on social. I'm late to the party, but all my competitors are watching. The young guys who I'm talking about, you know who you are. I'm going to kick your butt, right? Because I've got the quality and the content and the honesty and the expertise to share with the trading industry that the 30-year-old guys don't have. So. And the other experts that I work with and I'm fond of and respect at worldstoptraders.com. We've got a summer success summit coming up in a few weeks, a multi-speaker event with some spectacular speakers as well. And the people that I trust, people that are really good. So anyways, I hope this gets you involved with my company for a little bit at least. It's only $97 for a month of Ken. Can you take it? I hope so, because I'm honest, and I hope I can help give you the insights and the strategies and the patterns and the timing to make a go of this, or at least to help improve your game, help sharpen your skills, right? Kind of like when I hire some of the world's top saxophone players for Skype lessons, and they're way up here, and I'm way down here, and I know that, and I never expect to get way up there because I'm not going to have 12 hours a day like they do for their lives, but I hope I can start to make progress month after month and year after year with their esteemed help and critiques and all that. And I hope that I can similarly, since this is my life, trading, I hope that I can help you turn the corner and get better winning trades more often and make that a way of life. So go ahead and order now. I will get this up on YouTube if it turned out okay sometime by tomorrow, and I'll get an email out with the replay link. Any other questions on the golden ticket access? Let me know. Got a big turnout. Yeah, thanks, Wendy. Appreciate it. Zolta saying PayPal is great. I love it. Wendy saying had a bad experience on PayPal. So you know, I love PayPal. I've never had a bad experience on PayPal. I think it's kind of like escrow. It's kind of like a firewall between buyers and sellers, and helps protect everybody. But I've got a straight regular Visa MasterCard link too if you want. So Timber from Pasco. That's a unique name, Timber. Okay, well, anyway. Welcome aboard, man. Any other trading questions? Let me know. I'm here for you. So I'm not just doing some big pitch of some overpriced $2,000 hoo-ha thing. I'm giving you my best for a month for just $97 for over 30 hours of live training with me. So that's well worth it. So I hope that... Oh, and thanks to those of you ordering. I see these orders, merchant email receipt, transactions coming in. Thanks to all of you ordering. Do remember, once you order, please read the directions. Do register at Trade. If you're not already a member at TradeMastery.com/join, that's the free members area. And I'll visually keep an eye out for all the people who are joining and enable your access to all 4 of the members areas. You'll know that your order went through if you get an email from GoTo, or 3 emails from GoToWebinar for each of the different webinar series that you'll be in for the month, including Breakout Mastery, Swing Scans, and the live trading, the open room. So anyway, good honest stuff. Hope it helps. You guys take care. You've been amazingly supportive too. I appreciate, as the company's grown this last 20 years, and we've got such a big reach now in industry. I appreciate the loyalty, and many of you have been with me for a lot of years. And it means a lot to me because I know, people are fickle and they kind of jump around from one place to another. I've done that too myself, but all roads lead back here, and a lot of people will leave for a few months and they come back and say, wow, Ken, you're so much better, or whatever. So anyway, thanks. I appreciate it. You guys take care, and I'll make like a banana and split. Ba-da-ding. Was that a joke from Pulp Fiction? I don't think so. It was like some funny joke that Uma Thurman did on Pulp Fiction. I love that movie. Say what again? I can't do Samuel Jackson, but he's great. Hey Richard, why the trigger at 45.8? I set the 45.8 trigger on Canopy because I wanted to avoid a false breakout. Turns out I could have got in a bit earlier, right? So I didn't see the pullback because I'd set the trigger before the market even opened. So you don't know about the bull flags forming until after they form. So what you want to do is still have the trigger set up before the bell, and then based on real-time data, if you do see a bull flag start to form near a trigger, you can either push the trigger out, or if you set it earlier, you can go with it and let it ride. So, but yeah, good question. You always want to set up your entry triggers before the market opens at places that are slightly above breakout, the dumb money triggers that often get faked out. And that's what you guys are buying from me, essentially, is my expertise in scanning and setting good triggers that actually work out most of the time, right? So, good stuff. Anyways, take care and best wishes for success. Love to see you as a member of TradeMastery.com. The golden ticket deal that's good for the next week or so. I'm not going to repeat it, probably not even until next year or something, because it's a giveaway at that price. So anyway, I appreciate it. Yeah, sure thing, man. Ask me in the live. I know you're a live room member. Ask me tomorrow morning too about any of the triggers. I'd be happy to go through them for you as well. And I welcome that too. Unlike other people that get in a hissy fit and get upset if people ask, I welcome you ask me about triggers. Ken, why the hell did you set Chronos at 16.2? Why not 15.90? I'll give you a straight answer, right? So I'm a straight shooter. So feel free to ask me why the triggers here or there. Why the exit here or there, right? I think I got us out a bit early I want to say ARRY. Frequently I get us out a bit sooner rather than later, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm very conservative and like to be very, concise and accurate in my calls. And give you guys good stuff that's, it's kind of like a What a relief. Finally, I found some competency, a guy that knows what he's talking about. So anyway, if you want to learn how to day and swing trade, I'm one of the resources you want to trust, or try out for at least a month and see what you get out of it. I'm sure you get a lot out of it because it's a lot of good training. And you have my word on it. I'll work my butt off for you guys. So that's what I do. Anyways, take care, and I'll see you guys in an upcoming live event. Thanks for making time. I know you could be watching, I don't know, Game of Thrones reruns or something. Don't get me started on the final season of Game of Thrones. But Peter Dinklage is brilliant. But anyway, I digress. You guys take care, fellow GOT fans, or fellow trading fans too. Any last second questions before we wrap? I think that's about it. Yeah, I am live tomorrow. I'm live every single day at 9 a.m. So the 23rd, the 24th, next week, 27th, 28th, 29th. Every day the market's open, I'm here for you guys. Giving you my best shots with predefined entries ahead of the bell. Nobody else does that for traders that I've seen, because nobody else is that good or that ballsy or that accurate to be able to put their trigger points out for the public before the opening bell. That's really, really valuable and really important. That's why so many people happily paid me $4.95 a month for my live room. These triggers, I mean, if you just took a couple of them, you'd cover your month's tuition, in a couple, 3 days. So, potentially. So, but it's all for learning, and take your time. And it's a journey, one step at a time. Put one foot in front of the other. Anyway, I'm out. I'm going to go relax with my family. You guys hopefully do the same, and I'll see you guys in my services. So join now for the gold ticket access, and I will see you next time. Take care, and just want to say best wishes for success. Final parting thought, actually a three-part thought. The first one, trading is a lot tougher than it looks. You want to have a sequence of many small trades. Like I say, trade wide, not deep. My colleague Tom Sosnoff says trade small, trade often. Both the same way of saying the same thing. You want to give yourself as many shots as you can reasonably to make money in the market. And you can't do that by over leveraging or trading large size. Options traders shouldn't be trading 8 or 10 contracts. 2 is fine. 1 is probably even better your first few years. Day trading, you should not be trading more than 300 shares ever. You should never even think about trading 1,000 shares at a time as a day trader unless you got at least a decade experience. And even I still prefer 200 or 300 shares at a time, right? Trade frequently, trade conservatively, make the math work out. That's why I did 4,800 trades this year. It's taken a heck of a lot of darts at the market and make the numbers work out for you. That's what I teach, and I hope that it helps. So take care. Best wishes for success. Let's go get them. Join right now. Buy now at TradeMastery.com/buy golden ticket. See you next time. Take care.